This drill is going to be a base position, low scoop, forward toss. You're going to need a wall that you feel comfortable throwing into and a light med ball, like a 6 pounds or less med ball. If you don't have one at home, it's totally okay to use something like a soccer ball or a basketball. Why we're doing this drill is to make sure that when we run, we don't just stabilize our core as we've done in most of our other core stabilization drills. Our core also has to effectively control trunk rotation, which is part of how we match up our arm swing with our leg swing. That's really important to make sure that we preserve some of the momentum that we carried over from previous steps. And what we're doing with med ball work is understanding how when we produce force from our hips down through our feet, we're going to use our core, almost like a coil, to transmit that power from our hips into the ball, or when we're running, into forward propulsion. So Nick's starting off in a good stacked position here. His feet are going to be about squat width. Ball is in front of him. We're going to, when we throw, kind of attach it to the hip pocket. And Nick's going to also, when he's starting in his original position, feel head over rib cage, over hips, over midfoot. So as Nick shows us a throw here, what we're going to see is that he measures his distance to the wall, make sure that he's not going to be having to throw out, let's say, a few feet, but just a few inches, and then we're going to load and unload. As Nick loads, what he's doing a great job with, as he goes through a few more reps here, is keeping his spine relatively straight and instead making his hips the axis that he folds through. That's going to let Nick load up his glute muscles versus his low back muscles. And Nick's also, at the top here, as we can see, maintaining a good stack between his head, his rib cage, and his pelvis, all over that stable midfoot. With good throws, you should feel like they're primarily driven by the hip itself and that you're catching off of the wall, essentially with your abs and glutes in that stacked posture. Perform for the prescribed number of reps.